Hello everybody, my name is PK, and I am commentating on Battlefield 3, the new Close Quarters DLC, on Conquest Domination, on the new map Ziba Tower, and I'm using the Engineer Kit. Anyway, I'm using the ACR, and it's a gun that feels a bit out of place in this DLC because I don't feel it has the best close range, and this map is close quarters, so you'd expect it to have good close range, but you know, whatever. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so Conquest Domination, and I have some really good tips that I feel you guys deserve to know. Anyway, so Conquest Domination literally has the biggest tip in its name. It is domination, and you have to dominate your enemies by taking all the flags, and you know, this is quite obvious, but you have to hold all the flags, and if you do, the enemies will basically be a bunch of sheeps without a shepherd, and they won't know where to go. They'll just continue going on, maybe in groups of one, or I mean groups of two, or just by themselves, and they won't be that hard to get rid of. And the best way I found to defending these domination points are the fortification points that are near the flag. And so the pool area has about 3, and that is the shower area that I'm right next to it. The shower you'll see me go into right now, and I'm gonna place an EOD. That's a good defender for the points because the EOD, although crap to control, has a good torch on it that can burn enemies. There's also the staircase and these plants I'm passing by. They also help to protect you from bullets because they aren't I don't think they're affected by the HD destruction that comes in this map pack or DLC. And so they're it's good to find positions like that because it helps for easy defending. And Conquest Domination has faster take times, so when an enemy gets to your position, you have to make sure you have somebody there that can take care of them, and that is when you use your fortification points to your advantage. You have 2 players placed at per flag, and you make them you set them at certain fortification position, which is, you know, you can say it's camping, but what I recommend is that they shift what position they're in, either per kill or per a few seconds. And you know, it's also good to, when you're not sure about a hallway or an area, use your EOD, your motion sensor, your grenades, anything to help figure out where your enemy is. I prefer, out of the choices that you have, the EOD and the motion sensor. Over the 2 of them is the motion sensor, obviously, because you can tell exactly where your enemy's position is, but that's obvious. Anyway, so the backpack's good. I really like it, and the domination game mode works very well with all of the maps. And the fortification positions really do help, and I do recommend that you find a area that cannot be destroyed. You can either get a friend that'll rent a server for a day, and then he'll just put on all the maps, and then you can have your fun blowing up stuff with your frag ammo or RPGs or something, and figure out what areas aren't destroyed and what areas are the flags at, and that'll really help. Anyway, so the EOD I used to scout out, and well, after my enemies shot it, I found out where they were, so I was able to help take them out. And so this is one of the fortification positions. Again, I didn't use it as much because this is my first match on Conquest Domination, so I wasn't I hadn't known these tips at first. These are my own tips, by the way, so I just developed them after playing more Conquest Domination. So, you know, I'm going to go back to my first fortification position, which is the stairs, I mean the shower. And I'm going to capture the flag, and then I'm going to run up these stairs, and going to have an overlook of B. And there was an enemy behind me, so I decided to take him out before he could get to my buddies or to C or B. And so I'm gonna go toward I'm going toward A, and I want to try taking it out and taking all the enemies out, so I could guarantee my team the domination over the enemy team. And so I wanted to reload a gun. I couldn't decide there, but I decided on the ACR afterwards. Anyway, so the guns and the kits that you'd use for this match are probably, I'd recommend the TAR, the AUG, the SCAR-L, the MP5 and the Spaz are the good guns to use. And the kits that you'd want to use is probably the Engineer, well, all the kits basically. The Scout is, if you're not going to use the Scout's actual weapons, I mean, maybe you can use the semi-automatic ones like the SKS or the M417. Those are good picks if you're going to use the a Scout class gun. Otherwise, I recommend an all-kit gun because they tend to be more close quarters than the Scout's guns. And the reason I picked the Scout as a good kit to use is because you have the motion sensors and the spawn beacon. So if your teammates need a spawn area, they can always spawn in your spawn beacon. And if they're not sure about an area, they can ask you to place down your motion sensor, which is really good. And so after defending that rooftop, I was able to get my team to go from behind the enemy and help take over C. And so I recommend using every position you can find to go and, you know, any area that you can and that has an overlook of your enemy, and you need to use it. Use an RPG to blow up an enemy's cover. Then your buddies will know where he is because he's gonna be shooting at you, and you are the little target dummy. So your enemies can take him, your buddies can take him out, or you can eventually take him out. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm destroying all the cover I can in that area because I know the enemies are trying to strike hard on A. And then they took C. Anyway, so I got a nice pair of dog tags here, which I'm happy about. And you know, they're trying to take over A again. I wasn't able to spot them, but I was able to take out this guy at the stairs who was trying to take us out. And I went here and I wanted to take them all out stealthily, possibly get some dog tags. So I didn't see this guy turned around, so I knifed really quickly. I was able to take him out, but I was not able to take out anybody else, which is also a good advantage to the motion sensor with a scout kit because it'll tell you what positions your buddies or your enemies are at, and I'd recommend using the scout kit because of that. The engineer kit and all the other kits have destructible weapons, fully automatic weapons that are very good for taking out walls and such because of the HD destruction in the DLC. Anyway, thanks for watching. Expect more tip videos on the new map, new DLC actually. And a little announcement for you guys: I am a recruiter for a machinima-like network. It's called JungleGamer. It's it's sort of newish. It has about 5,000 subscribers, and they invited me to become a recruiter for their channel. I can't give you too many details on it, but hope you enjoyed the commentary. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment to both my channel and the JungleGamer channels. Anyway, thanks for watching. CODSPK. Hope you enjoyed the commentary.